So hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today with us we have again a personality who's an entrepreneur as well as a learner, Mr. Sushant Warekar, who is the CEO of Prasad Industries. So one special thing that has brought him over here in this interview is his ability to handle multiple things. He, along with his studies, is also into business of medical devices. And I extend a heartfelt gratitude to Sushant sir for joining us for today's session. So,
Thank you,
Sushant
Payam.
sir, would you like to say anything to our viewers before we begin with the Q&A session?
Like an ordinary YouTuber, you get started with please subscribe my channel. So I am asking on your behalf to your viewers, please like and subscribe.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So the first question, Sushant, would you just like to brief the audience about what is Prasad Industries and what are the different products, what are the different things that are offered by the Prasad Industries?
Uh, Thank you, Payam, first of all, for having me over here. It's always been pleasure to be with you and very refreshing because you are the kind of personality who himself is a learner and yet you are doing so much things like uh, running a YouTube channel, doing researches over, writing articles. That is something which keeps you going. And when I learned about your channel, I was first interested. I guess I'm even a subscriber of your YouTube channel and a follower to your Instagram handle
Thank
because this is what makes easier education easier because when you have someone from your own fraternity or your colleagues who are running and you sharing his experiences as he was a
right.
three-time GPAT qualifier, two-time GPAT qualifier, third time
Yes.
is
Gate
coming
quality.
up. Yeah, great for qualifier. So basically, Prasad Industries is a company which runs two modules. Like we are into medical devices, and other is sports ground equipments. In medical devices, we manufacture uh, few medical furnitures like hospital beds, hospital infra, mostly the side screens and all for whatever we need for hospitals. And we deal in medical devices. We are in link with various branded devices like Bueller is there, one of our, which is a German make. Then we are along with Tylenol for rehab. So there are many, basically many devices which we are dealing in. And then coming up about my sports fraternity,
Hmm.
we are dealing in cricket pitch rollers, bowling machines, cricket setups, cricket ground setups. So basically, both are one is east, one is north. So what we can say,
Yeah.
it is a kind of area of interest are there. Of
Of at
if I have an area of interest, you can run them easily.
Okay. So, as viewers, Sushant rightly said that there are two fraternities run by the company Prasad Industries. One is totally into sports and one is totally into healthcare. So I'll be sharing across the link for his Instagram handle and the Prasad Industries so that you can get to know about the variety of products. And if you want to order, you can place the order by just DMing him on the Instagram, or the contact details will be shared in the comment section. So please do go through his Instagram page as well. So, Sushant, the second question is, what is your mantra for success as an entrepreneur? So many a times जब हम लोग स्टडीज करते हैं और लाइक एनी एंटरप्रेन्योर शुरू करने से पहले ही एक चीज ख्याल में आती है कि सक्सेस मंत्रा क्या है, ऐसी कौन सी चीज है जो फॉलो करे. So would you like to share that with our audience?
I am basically when you have interest in any particular area. So, what is your interest? That was starting it with an thinking of making enormous amount of profits on the basis of just selling products and without service. So you would earn a profit for a certain time, but after that time being, you lost your audience and you start reducing from your profits. Other thing is, initial stages you start giving a good amount of discounts and you do good service, and then you will be having that audience for a longer time with you. And apart from that, if you are running a business for a cause and for a service, so that is completely different. So there you don't think about profit. So for me, what I feel success is that if my audience are enjoying my product and my company is running for years, EBITDA positive, then I feel I am succeed, because making huge amount of profits in initial stages is not viable, and I won't suggest it to anyone, because you make good profits but don't harm, then don't make these good profits in return of bad service. You give good service, people will come back to you, audience will come back to you, and that is going to help you a lot. See, basically what happens in India currently, in any of the market, if you are good at service, your publicity will be done by your customer themselves. You don't need anyone else to you know uh,
Exactly.
because if you are good service, if you're not good, you're not going to survive for a larger time, basically.
Right.
And that is the reason, if you can see, there are various companies in market who assure you a short-term profit, short-term, big profits. But then you see, they vanish from the business or from
Correct.
the entire module very quickly.
Correct. So, viewers, as Sushant rightly said, that services is a one important factor. If you provide good services, and let me share one small incident as well. I have personally known Sushant, and I have seen that he personally answers to queries to the customers. He personally attends all his customers, consumers. So that is one good quality about Prasad Industries, and that I have personally seen. And the second thing he said that was very important is promotion. जो आपके customers है, those customers in India is a vast market. So those customers will only, according to the word of mouth, will promote your product. So providing good quality and better services, what Sushant's mantra for being a good entrepreneur. Moving on to the next question, Sushant, can you tell me before starting or getting into this business, there would be one thought in your mind कि यार ये risk लेना चाहिए या नहीं, should I go for it or not? So what are the risks or what are the obstacles that you encountered and उसको face कैसे किया? How did you try to overcome upon those hurdles?
See, basically, getting into this field of medical devices, uh, basically we started our medical devices business first, and later on we uh, started with the sport industries.
Cool.
Though we were there, both of them have different stories. I was after I completed my 12th, I was my bachelor's of science from Medieval, and suddenly after few days, like almost 2 years of that is, I felt that time that is doing something which is out of the box. Because going to the college, doing your daily work,
Active.
7 to it is like an ordinary man. I personally believe that life is very short, and you should do the rightest thing you feel to yourself, at the earliest, and you should continue with it. You shouldn't stop after doing that for
Right.
6 to 7 months. So I gave CET again.
Oh,
I got into pharma, and then I guess at the first year of my uh, academics, COVID hit it.
huh.
And when we were in the COVID, I guess for the first 3 to 4 months, it was complete lockdown in India. And that time, I myself ordered few things from the pharmacy, and I felt like these people are not only serving, uh, they're not only running the business, but they're also serving for the humanity in this
Right.
stage. And that time I saw that many people are feeling short of thermometers, pulse oximeters, BP apparatus,
Right.
nebulizers, oxygen concentrators, hospital beds. And
Right.
see, in India, the thing is this: health business is looked in terms of major profits and lesser amount of again service to humanity, which
Services.
I feel should be at least 50-50. कि आप आप इसमें से 100% प्रॉफिट निकालने के चक्कर में आप ह्यूमैनिटी कहीं ना कहीं छोड़ देते हो.
Correct.
So in COVID, I felt like people used to sell pulse oximeter for 5,000, 6,000. The thermometers, normal thermometers used to be charged at 500, 600. The normal mask used to be charged at 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 150 rupees. So that is the time when I studied about this field, and I felt like, if we can start something in this, uh, we can serve to humanity.
Right.
Otherwise, and as well as we can add up to your daily profits. So in 2020, uh, October 18, that is the day. Then that that's the day when we for the first time we came into market as Prasas Surgicals and Healthcare in the field of rehabilitations and medical devices.
So viewers, as you all right, as Sushant rightly said, that risk is very important. आपको लेना ही पड़ेगा. And if when you're serving a humanitarian approach, so it's okay to take risk. And rest is history. सबको पता है that it's been almost 5 years and Prasad Industries is working on a good EBITDA. So first of all, congratulations Sushant for maintaining such a good balance. Moving upon to the next question. That any before starting any business, majorly जब हम students होते हैं, learning phase में होते हैं 20-24 की age में, so students के पास उतनी fundings नहीं होती और company जब bootstrap करनी पड़ती है तो self funding करनी पड़ती है. So would you suggest students or entrepreneurs, upcoming entrepreneurs, to bootstrap the company or कहीं से funding लाए, or do you know any sources for fundings? If possible, you can share.
See, Paya, the risk factor only as a human we feel when there is money involved in it.
Right.
Okay, if there is no money, don't feel risk. ठीक है, अगर हमको कोई बोले, if someone asks us that I am giving you 1,000 rupees and do your business, you don't need to return it to me. We might end up using 500 of it in business and rest of it in using it for ourselves. Like most
Right.
of the today's entrepreneurs are doing, after getting funding from somewhere, they are investing in their own luxurious life, and then
Right.
they are forgetting their business goals. So basically, as a student, I feel that business should be done on others' money,
Okay.
because business is something. If you see, even the big business houses in India, they are the biggest loan borrowers in India, if you see.
Okay.
So we should learn from them that even though they have millions of net worth in their pockets or in their houses, they are still running their businesses on the others' money. So depending upon, as you said, there are various SME schemes. There are various government schemes available. If you Google government schemes for small businesses in
Hmm.
Maharashtra, you can come across to various schemes for, especially for women entrepreneurs under 18.
हाँ.
There are various schemes for people belonging to the lower minorities of caste. They have got good schemes, and if you have got a good technical degree, even you are available for liable for a good opportunity of running a business. And see, if you are a student entrepreneur, I feel that no business starts with directly investing 1 lakh rupees or 2 lakh rupees for a student
Right.
entrepreneur. You should start investing small amounts. You take profits from those amounts. You again reinvest them. Start, because see, as a student entrepreneur, you have to balance your studies as well as your
Right.
business, because
Business.
you can't be your studies. I am of that mindset that the studies are needed to run a successful business, because study is something which keep you grounded and
Hmm.
which will keep you running for a longer period of time. If you want to get in a longer run, as we know, there are many athletes in the field. The people who fuel themselves with the good food, good supplements, they are going to learn for a longer time. So, study is basically something which is going to give you knowledge. So, if you want to learn for a longer period of time, you need to fuel yourself something, which adds up to your knowledge. And I feel every study, especially in pharma field, I have myself learned from my own, our own syllabus, that there are many devices that we can work on. There are
Hmm.
many, things which we can add to our day-to-day, life, which will help people to survive in a more
Correct.
better way. So that is how it is going to add. Every business can get some knowledge from any of the study modules in India. So I feel when you are a student entrepreneur, first you should invest a small amount. You should assess the risk surrounding to it. If you invest a very huge amount, and if you don't know about the risk and the cons and the pros of that particular business, either you will run for a good profit or you will be in a greater loss. So I feel invest a small amount. See, I'm first of all, I'm not that big someone to guide. There are many people who are contradicting to my statement, but this is my own experience. So I'm sharing that if you invest a small amount, if you assess the risk modules, because before starting a business, we only have one way thinking about it. It is going to get profit. But when we actually get into business, we got to know that what is all the, in the area which we are entering, which we have entered, what is the risk, what is the it all about. There are many big players. You need to ground it, and you need to invest in a very possible good way, so that you don't suffer a huge amount of loss and you start making good profits on daily basis.
Right. So viewers, in nutshell, सुशांत की ने 2 points ऐसे बोले that आपको नोट करने चाहिए. इनफैक्ट मैंने खुद पर्सनली भी इन्हें नोट कर लिए हैं. फर्स्टली, बिजनेस इज डन ऑन अदर्स मनी. दूसरों के पैसे पे जब बिजनेस के पैसा करोगे तो वो प्रेशर रहेगा कि भाई कमा के देना है, अच्छा प्रॉफिट, अच्छा काम करना. एंड सेकेंडली, इन्वेस्ट एज अ स्टूडेंट. इफ यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग, ट्राई टू इन्वेस्ट इन स्मॉलर अमाउंट. स्मॉल अमाउंट में इन्वेस्ट करो तो वो बेटर रहेगा रादर देन इन्वेस्टिंग इनटू अ लार्ज अमाउंट. So Sushant, last question for today, and the most common question जो हम सबके दिमाग में आता है, that how did you maintain balance between your studies and your business, like handling two things, and that too into pharmacy, which is a technical field. So their syllabus is such a vast, it's really vast. So how did you manage to be a successful entrepreneur as well as a student? And one thing I genuinely forgot to mention about Sushant, that he has presented at multiple colleges like MET in Bandra, and also his one of his projects has been selected for in the university, Mumbai University, for presentation as well. So he's not just into business or not just into studies, but also certain extracurricular activities. So yeah, Sushant, getting back on the question, would you like to share how did you maintain balance? Like, because mostly as teenagers, हम अपना आधे से ज्यादा टाइम इंस्टाग्राम की रील और सम एनी अदर थिंग में प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट कर देते हैं, वेस्ट कर देते हैं, बाद में रियलाइज होता है शिट मैंने क्यों ये टाइम को यूटिलाइज नहीं किया. सो हाउ डिड यू यूटिलाइज योर टाइम, सुशांत? वुड यू प्लीज शेयर दैट?
I just first of all correct you that I haven't remained at MIT Bandra. I have remained at MIT World Peace
Oh, I'm
University
sorry. Sorry.
in
MIT.
Pune,
Yeah.
which was an entrepreneurship kind of competition for Pharmathon, where we had investors from all over India. And out of 300 colleges, our college was selected among the first 30. And our group was the only group from the third year. So that time I was in third year.
Okay.
And this year for the pharma field, I guess for Mumbai University, we got selected for the technical Rajiv Gandhi technical scholarships which we
Scholarship.
have Mumbai University. Yeah. So see, Payam, what I feel you can manage anything in this world if you are very particular about those things which we are doing. You should follow a certain timetable for each and everything. Basically, when you are into business, you should know what is your consumer timing and
Right.
what are your consumer needs. You should keep a regular watch on that. And that is how, if you have an efficient staff with you, you can manage along with that staff uh, without investing much of your own time in only sitting into the office
Hmm.
and doing the tedious work of the office. And when it comes to study, if you're particular about how much time you want to dedicate to your studies every day, so that it will help you to cope up with the, as you said,
Correct.
the vast portion and the pressure of the studies, and how much you are involved with your studies, how much you are in love with your the subjects which you are studying. Because if you are really interested into the subjects, if you are understanding it from the core, I don't feel you need much amount of time to cope up with that syllabus.
Right.
Because pharma is such a field that where uh, there are many logical thinkings which will work apart from just ratifying anything. Because
Right.
when you mug up something, you tend to forget. But when you try to understand the logic behind it, I feel you can make your own answers, you can develop your own answers, you can write it. And when you're in love with that field, obviously, because see, in so any doing what I have done, we should write review articles, we should write research articles, we should get into research as much as possible.
Right.
Because in India, what we see is that many students are least interested into this. And when we go to M-Farm level, when we go to find a job outside in the market, we feel that there is a need of it. Because that is the reason that are the few
Correct.
resources which will help you to gain a good college, get a good job. So I feel
Right.
that we should think about it. And that is, if you once start doing it, you will start loving it. And research is something I guess Payam and I met during one of
Yeah.
the poster competitions for the very first time. It was at our college, and
Yeah.
that is the time what both click, because when you have similar interests, people
Right.
friendly as fast as possible. I am very low key person. I don't have much of the friends. I keep myself very low key, and that is the reason I only talk to people who I feel that I can invest my time and I can get good profits.
Correct.
So you should, as Payam said, that many of the people waste their times in Instagram. I also feel people waste their times spending with their friends
Right.
outside somewhere. So I feel that is also one of type of procrastination. You should, you know, mark up your goals. That what are your goals and on what you should start investing from right now. Because
Right.
if you are, I always believe in to be with few people in our friends group should be like to whom we should look up and we can act according to. We should try to reach their levels. We should
Right.
be with people who are above our level. We shouldn't be with the people who are not even near us. So that is the thing that will keep you motivated. That will motivate you to get into studies. See, when I am with a person who is studying, who is scoring 90%, I will also feel that okay, I should also score somewhere around 75, 75, so that वो हमारे बीच का जो बोलते ना गैप है वो इतना कम लगाना चाहिए कि
correct,
कल को उसको मेरी शर्म आए और मुझे उसकी शर्म आए।
right,
तो वो एक बात है। और दूसरा इंस्टाग्राम, एक सी आई personally feel Instagram is something which is a blessing, and if you use it, it is like a blessing to
correct.
get good amount of customers, to get to earn
Hmm,
from it, to learn from it. Then it is going to help us a lot, a lot. Because
correct.
when you see this all social media handle, there are any number of influencers जिन पे हम हमारा टाइम वेस्ट करते हैं उनके रील्स देखने में, पर वो आज उनके रील्स से कमा रहे हैं। आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि आप जैसे कहीं पे रील्स बनाओ, बट आई एम सेइंग कि एटलीस्ट what is your area of interest, you see what people of your area of interest are doing on Instagram, how they
Hmm,
are presenting themselves on Instagram, and if
correct.
you can get an idea from that, you can start doing it. In India, many people are good at arts and all, so you can do that. You can do that.
So, as Sushant rightly said, that few very important stuff about balancing things is firstly choosing right people. अगर आप अपना business किसी wrong person के साथ कर रहे हो, तो ऐसे लोगों को साथ business करो जिसके साथ wavelength match करे, या जो आपके थोड़े से ज्यादा सक्सेसफुल और ऊपर हो, सो आपको भी उसके जितना करने का मोटिवेशन आएगा. And that is one rightly thing principle that even I personally believe. And second thing that he said, that Instagram is not just bad, आप उससे कमा भी सकते हो अगर आपने सही जगह अपना टाइम चैनलाइज किया. सो these are the two very important tips जो मुझे खुद भी सीखने मिली आज सुशांत से. So lastly, vote of thanks. Thank you so much, Sushant, for coming for today's session and guiding our viewers regarding entrepreneurship. I hope हमारे viewers को एक genuinely एक अच्छा idea मिल गया होगा and थोड़ा सा motivation भी मिला होगा that अगर ये कर सकता है तो हम क्यों नहीं. He is of the same age, he is of the same background or similar age group, but still he's trying, he's doing well. So why not us? So thank you so much, Sushant, for joining today. Would you like to say anything to our viewers before we end the session?
Thank you, Payan, so much, first of all, for having me here. I won't take your much of your time, but I just want to say to people that when you start something, you keep on doing that until you feel that you are, doing it better. Because you
Hmm.
yourself are your. I I won't take much of your time, Payam. And first
Yeah.
of all, thank you for having me over here.
Pleasure.
Uh, I believe in one principle that no one in the world is best as you yourself for
Correct.
admiring your work and criticizing it. Because if you, from the heart, you only know that if you are doing it right or you are doing it wrong. And other part is you shouldn't stop until you feel that you have done something, you
Hmm.
know, admiring. And the other thing is stop doing show offs. Like you start something and you call it a startup. You do something and you call it as a you're an entrepreneur. You
Correct.
shouldn't call yourself an entrepreneur. At let people call you. Let
Hmm.
your works people call
Exactly.
you as an entrepreneur. You yourself don't label yourself because that is the time when we are in the skies then.
Correct.
And people who bend can climb. And if you erect or if you stand very erected, there are possibilities of falling down.
Right.
While climbing a mountain, people show something as like they see downward or they are more
Right.
grounded while climbing, and when they are coming down, they are very erected. So
Correct.
this is the principle of the life for running a successful business. You should criticize yourself. And when you're new into the business, you yourself should look into the customers. Or whenever if you're old, you should start going to your shop or your offices. Take your customer testimonials if your products
Hmm.
are doing well.
Correct.
Try to look at your products from the customer's point of view. So that is going to help you. And as lastly, social media, you can use it for learning and earning rather than wasting your time. And Google will also tell you that how much time you have wasted into social media.
Correct.
So try to limit yourself with the use of this. And there are various other. I don't feel one should invest in good health and good wealth together. So keep yourself into physical exercises rather than only mentally getting into all this social media. And the last and the least thing is that be grounded.
Correct.
Success is yours. You will get it.
True.
And if you are destined or destined to reach or at some point of your life, you are going to reach there. Two things are going to work for that. 80% of your hard work and 20% of your luck. The luck
Correct.
also is with someone who is
Factor.
trying hard.
Correct.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So thank you, viewers, for joining us for today's session. If you have any doubts pertaining to Prasad Industries, how to purchase the product in retail or in bulk, or what is the price, you can go on to the Instagram site. I'll be mentioning that, or you can write it down in the comment section. We'll try to sort that as well. If you have any doubt with respect to any devices or any equipments. So thank you so much, Sushant, for today.